Be Sure to Cook. Today we're going to be doing meatball subs. We're going to do everything homemade. And I'm going to add a little Creole seasoning inside of there. I'm going to give this a great stir. That guys, I am good to go. I hear you. Yes. Oh my God, that is wonderful. So that was about 4 to 5. Come back. Bye. Welcome back to another episode of Be Sure to Cook. Today, we're going to be making chicken Parmesan with spaghetti. So stay tuned and let's do this. Today, we're going to be using products that come from Gusta. We're going to be using all of Gusta's products. They have sent me some products to use for this show, and I decided for this show to make chicken parm with spaghetti. So I'm going to use these products and we're going to make a delicious dish with Gusta's products. If you would like to try Gusta's products, go to the bottom of my video and click on the link and you can try these wonderful products. Gusta. Okay, I've got some skinless chicken breasts that I am going to use. So I've got bone out, skin off, just regular old skinless chicken breasts. So I'm going to use about 3 of these. I think these will be perfect. I don't need a lot, just 3 for this dish because all I'm doing is 3. I've already filleted majority of my chicken breasts that I have. And I'm going to show you what I've done. So the chicken breast was like this when I got it out. And I haven't even washed this, but I can't wait to rinse this off and pat these dry. And what I did is I took it from the end and I cut my knife. And I kept cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting. Not all the way through. Just enough where I could just lay this flat. Like a chicken breast. You know, like a big... There you go. And I've done all of those. So now what we're going to do is we're going to rinse these off. We're going to peck these dry. And we're going to beat these until these, we're going to like smack these a little bit. Make them tenderize these, what I meant to say. And let me get washed up so we'll come back and do that. Okay, I've got some parchment paper that I've torn. This is where I'm going to wrap and beat my chicken out. Here we go. Okay, I have a paper towel and I'm drying off my chicken breast from where I rinsed it and making sure I try to catch up any water. I'm going to use this and I have a mallet here. And this is what a mallet looks like if you don't know. It has this meat tenderizer, these little pointy things, but that's the meat tenderizer. If you're just going to tenderize it like if you was making a country fried steak or a chicken fried steak or anything you wanted to tenderize it. The opposite side is a plain side where you just want to beat and smooth things down. And that's the side we're going to be using. But it's called a mallet. Okay, now I'm going to take my chicken out of my paper towel. I'm going to put that right in the middle. I'm going to cover my paper over it and I'm going to start. Okay, so I've beaten this chicken until it is thin. So we're going to keep doing the same process. I'm going to take this, I'm going to put this to the side, and we're going to continue to do the same thing over and over and over. Okay, I've got 2 eggs, and you can use large, medium, or small. sometimes your large, it looks like small. These are supposed to be large. So I got 2 of these eggs that I'm going to crack into a bowl. And I'm going to add 1 cup of buttermilk to my large eggs. Okay guys, I am chopping this up. I chopped up the small one also, and I really want to make sure I'm really chopping this up really good. Okay, I've got Gusta olive oil. That's one of their oils. I'm gonna put some of their oil in here. Oh, that oil looks so good. Look how rich and dark and great that looks. I just need a little. And that garlic that I chopped up, I'm putting this in a pan. I'm putting some garlic inside. Okay, I'll say that's about a teaspoon of garlic. I am going to, just get that fragrance of that garlic. Oh my God, it smells so good. And this is one of Gusta's tomato sauce with cherries. So let's use this. I'm pouring this. Oh wow, look at this, this is nice. And look, they've already got some seasonings already in here. I'm gonna mix this up, but I'm gonna take some of this and have this on the side, and then I'm going to puree some of it, and I want all of this. Well, I'm gonna cook this, but I'm gonna take half of this out and I'm gonna puree it. I'm gonna leave some of these cherry tomatoes in, but I'm gonna puree their cherry tomatoes up. Okay, to make more of this sauce, I took some of those tomatoes out and I blended them until they became a paste, and I put these back into the sauce, still using some of the tomatoes, but I need the sauce for my Parmesan, so I had to blend it down with a blender and make that smooth and creamy. And then some of the tomatoes I still have on the side that I'm going to be using to put into my spaghetti. It also came with a Gusta seasoning pack, which I think this is neat. It's got so much stuff in here. Now you're looking at basil, you're looking at Italian seasonings, you're looking at all kind of stuff, celery, and there's a whole bunch that's on here. When you go to the page and go down to the bottom, you can get that as you order it. Open it up. Oh, they give you a lot, so you can always save this seasoning for other seasonings too. So that's a good thing. So you just put it in a Ziploc bag once you get it. I'm going to take a knife, scissors, and I'm just going to cut that open. And oh my God, guys, this is everything you want. All kind of seasons in there. Look at that. And it smells so good. We're going to use about a tablespoon of this wonderful seasoning. Oh, look at that. So many seasonings. So I'm putting about a tablespoon of this seasoning in here, and I'm going to give this a quick stir. Oh, that's so good. Look at that. Guys, this is going to be great. Okay, a little of their oil I'm going to sprinkle in here. Oh, wonderful. This is some good oil. And I'm going to stir a little of the oil in here. And you can add a teaspoon of sugar if you want, if you don't like a bitter taste. Sometimes tomatoes give you like a bitter taste. You can add that in there, and there we go. Okay, another product of Gusta, and I am using their spaghetti. So this is Gusta spaghetti, and it comes from Italy. All this stuff comes from Italy. So I'm going to open up this bag, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to put in some pasta. Okay, I'm boiling some water with a teaspoon of the olive oil. A lot of people can use salt, and that is good if you want to use salt. Go ahead and use salt instead, but I use olive oil. It does the same thing. Now here is my pasta. But my pasta, I always like to break in half. I was just so used to breaking up that spaghetti like that because my kids, when they were younger, of course they're adults now, they used to have a hard time trying to eat pasta because it was too long. So I had to break it up good enough for them to eat because, it was too long for them. They couldn't roll it. They didn't know how to do the fork. So I was always used to breaking it up, and I just stuck with that. Okay, I've got some olive oil here that I am going to cook my fillets in, and I need a lot of it. So I'm going to use about a cup and a half. And if you cook them and you start losing the oil, just add more olive oil. Cook this in an olive oil, and make sure you get a cooking olive oil when you do this. All right, so I'm going to take some of my chicken parm, and I'm going to put these into a skillet, a hot skillet. Okay, so I'm going to turn these chicken parm. This one, I need to leave it a little bit longer. Okay, maybe that my skillet was on one side. Okay, after I fried my cutlets, I am going to put these on a baking sheet, and then I'm going to add some mozzarella cheese slices. If you happen to have this, regular bag of mozzarella, or you have a block and you have to cut your mozzarella, that is absolutely fine. But here I have some slices that makes it so much easier. And you can get these at any of your store. And here's what I'm going to put these slices on. Okay, I'm going to put this on broil, on low, just to melt this cheese all over. Then we're going to plate this up, and you're going to see my chicken parm and my spaghetti. Okay, and here is my chicken parm. All right, ooh, that was burnt. That's okay. And I got some spaghetti noodles. And that's okay. And here is some of that wonderful sauce. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That looks wonderful and delicious. Okay, so I have to try not to look for the tomatoes because we're going to do some sauce on this chicken. And there you have it.